to Out of the Rough, the Association of Women Entrepreneurs edition, and my co-host, Tara McHugh, please introduce your next guest.
Perfect. We have Katrina Garcia. She is a social media specialist, and her company is called KVA Virtually Everywhere.
Correct.
We're going to be talking about social media, and then she also has a social online safety program.
Well, let's start with social media. What is social media all about? Is it a marketing tool? Is it an advertising tool? What is it?
Good question. Actually, it's a really good marketing tool as well as building relationships. A lot of people think that when they deal with social media, they want instant gratification, and that's not the case. With social media, it's building, like I said, relationships and getting the tentacles out there. It also helps with your search engine optimization and get you at the top. When somebody types in your name, the first thing that usually comes up is your Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, that type of thing.
And it's not the end all. It's about building relationships within a business or building relationships with friends and family, but it's not an end all. It doesn't replace being with friends or family, and it doesn't replace meeting with people and growing your business in a very traditional fashion.
True, true.
Yeah, so you have this social online safety program. Can you tell us more about what that is and how you started, why you started it?
It's called SOS, Social Online Safety, and we started it, interestingly enough, we were asked to talk to a Girl Scout group about online safety, and when I started pulling it together and actually did the talk, it made me realize how little they actually knew what goes online and how it affects their future, as well as the physical aspect of the phones and how they're not paying attention. We've even done what we call ROP, range of perception, where when you're on that phone, you have a range of perception that's like a tunnel, where normally if you're not, you have a larger range where you're seeing every side as well as in front of you. And that's a huge detriment for these kids because they're walking down the street doing this and they're not paying attention.
Let's talk about some tips on ways to protect yourself, because there are some specific things that we can do as adults and children can do to protect themselves when it comes to posting online.
Yes, of course, the main things I always tell kids, you don't post your address, you don't post any personal things. A lot of times too, kids will lie about their age on Facebook. You're supposed to be 14. There's a reason for that. It's to protect you from the predators that are out there. And a lot of kids will lie about their age. They'll put they're on vacation. Even adults will say that. We're on vacation for 3 weeks in Cancun. That's a perfect opportunity for somebody to go in and say, oh, great. Now I've
what do
got
you
a
want
place
for my house?
Exactly.
You know,
it's an open door.
What's crazy about that is we started posting on the day after we got back, had a great time, just got back from our vacation. Save those photos for then.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, it's so much immediate. So what are some of the assumptions kids make?
Well, interestingly enough, the assumption that a lot of them make is there's the cyberbullying. And what they don't realize is that their text messaging, anything that's in writing, is admissible in a court of law. So with their text messaging, you can go online and if something comes up or there's an issue, they can get that. Well, the kids say, but I erased it, it's not on my phone anymore. What they don't realize is there's this overseeing server that holds all of that, and that's something they don't understand. They think of it as a physical thing that's in their phone, and when it's gone, and that's not the case.
Yeah, it's something I do want to touch upon, and that is, and I'm telling my children as they grow to be young adults, everything they post online and the friends you associate with are associated with you or reflect who you are.
Exactly.
So a lot of times who you are friends with or what you say is absolutely critical as growing up.
Yep. And it affects a lot of kids when they want to go to universities. A lot of the kids that were on MySpace that did a lot of, they went out partying and they put their pictures and posted it. Now they're having problems getting into universities or getting jobs. It's a huge issue right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
A lot to think about, right?
Yeah, you don't think about well, and even adults post some things that really hurt their image or their credibility.
Yeah, and keeping an eye on who your friends are.
What's interesting enough too when you talk about adults is a lot of times when people are going through a nasty divorce, they'll post everything online and they don't realize that their attorneys can use that against them as well.
Wow.
Keep it clean. Only happy things online.
Wow. So how can people get a hold of you if they want more information about this program or social media?
Yes, they can get a hold of us at www.kva4u.com.
Oh.
Well, you always have great guests you invite on the show. Thank you.
That was fabulous. It was so interesting. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back with our next guest.